Thank you, Senator Slotkin. Senator Kelly, you were polite, I think, and let Senator Slotkin walk in the door ahead of you, and you seem to have been punished for that.
Well, it worked out well because of what she had asked, Mr. Chairman.
And so you yield
good
back.
Lead in.
I understand you're yielding back. Is that correct?
No, I am not.
Okay.
I am not.
Senator Kelly.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Senator Slotkin. It was perfect talking about advanced manufacturing because I have a similar and a related question on the Army Transformation Initiative. So first of all, Secretary Driscoll, General George, thank you. Good to see you both again, and thank you to you and your families for your continued service. Secretary Driscoll, is it, in reference to the Army Transformation Initiative, is it correct that it is consistent with the Secretary of Defense's directive on Army transformation and acquisition reform? That those things are consistent. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
And that directive states that the Army must prioritize investments in existing resources to improve electronic warfare capabilities, among other things. Is that correct?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. Thank you. And I agree. I mean, lessons learned from the conflict in Ukraine especially do underscore the requirement for just how important our offensive and defensive electronic warfare capabilities are. We've seen that on the battlefield in Europe. So it seems to me that the Army would want to bolster its electronic warfare test and evaluation capabilities. Senator Slotkin talked about advanced manufacturing. One aspect of being able to manufacture advanced, innovative combat power is to be able to test it and evaluate it. Without test and evaluation, you don't know what you're going to get. So we want to ensure that we can deliver the most advanced warfighting capabilities in any conflict. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
So it's concerning to me that the U.S. Army Test and Evaluation Command, ATEC, has a reduction in force plan that would disproportionately impact the Army's primary electronic warfare test and evaluation center, and that is the Electronic Proving Ground at Fort Huachuca, outside of Sierra Vista in Arizona. The Electronic Proving Ground provides the unique capability to execute electronic warfare developmental testing without interference due to its unique geography. It sits in a bowl surrounded by some mountains. It also benefits from an ideal climate. There's over 320 flying days per year in federally protected airspace, which further minimizes interference and allowing us to conduct aggressive, offensive EW jamming tests that really show off our capability. This is important developmental test. The existing ATEC proving grounds simply cannot provide the same environments outside of Fort Huachuca. That would leave us without the ability, if we get rid of personnel at Fort Huachuca at the electronic proving ground, we will not have the capability to do that developmental test and to train our soldiers and pilots how to use these systems to counter our adversaries. So if carried out, this reduction in force at EPG, this could result in some long-term consequences for testing and evaluation and readiness. So, Mr. Secretary, do you agree that disproportionately slashing our electronic warfare test centers would harm the Army's electronic warfare capability?
Do you mind if I jump in on this one, Senator?
Yes, sir.
As you know, we also have Yuma that's over there. We have White Sands, Dugway. So that I agree with you. I agree with you on the EW. I agree with you. And what we've looked at, and I know Pat Gaydon at the Army Test and Evaluation, and we've had a lot of discussions on this. We are also testing some of this stuff around the world. What we had was, and we are looking at, is where do we have excess capacity that we're actually not using that? I think we can come over and lay that out. So yes, EW is going to be important. Yes, we're going to have to do it in a lot of different locations. What I will tell you is probably we will be doing much differently at the John R. Fox range, and what's happening is adding drones, adding FPV drones, and doing different
General, let me give you a quick example, though, and obviously Yuma Proving Ground also valuable Army asset in the state of Arizona. They are different. The geography of the electronic proving ground allows us to do stuff there that we cannot do anywhere else. If you want to simulate a surface-to-air missile system, the electronic signature from it in Yuma proving ground, you're talking about maybe 0.1 watt of power output before you can start to interfere with communication systems, airplanes, TV stations in and around the Phoenix area. When you do that at the electronic proving ground, you can go an order of magnitude or more higher in power output. There's no place like it anywhere. And the RIF that is planned at ATEC is if that continues and is carried out, we are going to find ourselves in a situation where we cannot do the testing that we need on these EW systems. So General and Mr. Secretary, I encourage you to look into this. And I am happy to have a follow-up discussion with you about it.
Senator, and I visited there, and I can echo that the work they're doing is incredible, but we'll follow up with your office.
Thank you.
Senator Kelly, I believe you're accompanied by your brother,
Yes,
who is also an astronaut,
and a former naval pilot.
fighter pilot,
Yes,
combat
he
veteran.
is in the audience here.
He bears a striking resemblance to you.
He does.
Yes, thank you.
We're
Well-
twins. I'm the original, and he's the cheap copy.
Okay, you're number one, he's number two.
That's correct.
Okay, well, I'm good. But let me salute a family of aviators and astronauts.
You're here.